Hello, my beautiful souls. Mandy Rose Michael, psychic medium. I wanted to talk today about connecting with spirit, learning to develop, to open up, to strengthen your awareness with spirit, working psychically. So one way of doing this is go along to a local spiritualist church. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to necessarily be a member of their organisation. Quite often they have what they call open circles or awareness groups. So if you're looking at it, look up what's in your local area. Maybe go along. You don't have to commit to it. There's generally a small amount of money to pay. And you go along, you learn about opening up with prayers, protection, grounding, how to read energy, how to work with different tools, how to learn to trust that gut feeling you get. But there's also the awareness will lead on to, in most cases, training to develop your mediumship. So you learn to feel spirit, blend, you learn about guides, you learn about vibrations, you learn the difference between psychic and mediumship. And generally it's a case of you learn to work to what level you want. Not everybody wants to be a demonstrating medium and stand up in front of audiences. Some people want to do it for their personal self. Some people are drawn to it because they've lost someone really close, someone who is really dear, and they want to understand it a little bit. So we all come in for different reasons, and some want to just do one-to-one readings. So whatever the reason behind it, it's still the same. You've got to step onto the path somewhere along the line. So what I wanted to talk about is those people that maybe don't have a church or a centre or anything that's nearby to them. So they're kind of like out there a little bit on their own. What I would say is if you've got nowhere that you can go to, maybe look at starting what we call home circle. Years back in history, the majority of all these mediums, the ones that people know, what we call the pioneers of mediumship, the ones who started, who were known for their mediumship, majority of them started as a home circle, a group of people, maybe 3 up to about 12 or so. And what they would do is they would have one person who would say, use my home. They'd set aside a room or a space that could be used on a weekly basis. They would come together. You needed to be dedicated. So if you want to start your own home circle, decide where it is you're going to hold it and make sure it's somewhere that you can do it there every week. A space that's big enough that you can put the amount of chairs of the people that are coming in a circle. You need to be dedicated, so whoever says they want to come, you know, it's not, oh, I'll come this week, I'm not coming next week, I might come the next week. It's about dedication, because it's about building that energy. It's about showing spirit that you are serious about what you're doing. And it's about building on that energy, and so that everybody is coming along together. And as it's a circle, if you don't know of any and you're going to start your own, get people that you feel you blend with, their energy is good, not someone who's very maybe opinionated, someone who wants to be the boss, because you have one circle leader. Generally it's the circle leader that tends to have the people at their home. So that one person sort of is that last point of call when everyone's deciding what's happening, what's going on. So there will be the circle, the regular sitters, maybe it's friends, maybe it's family. But you sit there, come with an open heart and an open mind, and be dedicated to spirit. Don't come with any intentions that this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And there's no egos. Leave the ego at the door, because the ego is always hungry. It's never full. So the more you feed it, the more you want, and then it takes over. It consumes your work because you believe I'm this and I'm that. Without the spirit world, you can't do the work. You need them, especially with the mediumship. You work for them. So it's about knowing where you stand within it as well. Also, when you sit, you open in prayer. When you turn up a little bit before time, so you can sit and settle, release what's been going on in the day. So you've let go of everything that's going on in your day. You come into that space. Don't talk about your personal things. Don't talk about your work life or anything else. You're coming there for spirit. So you come in, you sit down, you say hello to each other, and then try to sit quietly for 10 minutes or so before you're about to begin. Then when you're all ready, you're sat in your place within the circle. Circle leader, or they can choose somebody. Open in prayer. That is the key. And it's about, when you open in prayer, it's about, some people are not into God, so they wouldn't want to use those words. But I generally say divine spirit. Please, I ask you to open this circle with your love. We come with open hearts and open minds to learn and to grow and to develop. Please allow us, the teachers, and for our spirit guides to step forward, or our spirit team, so that they will help us open up and develop. We send this out with love as always, and we ask for your protection and nothing but the highest and the best. Amen. That's just a basic sort of prayer. So you've told the spirit world you want to work, you've asked for help, and you've asked that it's done with love, and you're protected. So then once that's happened, quite often some people like a little piece of music, so you can sit in the power. Maybe you want to do a guided meditation as a circle leader, or maybe it's just a case of you want to sit in that power too, because you want to develop. So as you sit there, just breathe in through your nose and hold it, and then gently out through your mouth, and keep breathing like this slowly. And as you breathe in, visualize breathing in love, calm and peace. And as you breathe out, let go of all negativity and all the things that hold you back and stop you being who you want to be. And then gradually sit as if you're blowing up a balloon. So on your out breath, you're pushing out your energy field, your aura. And what you're doing as you push it out, you're becoming more with the universe. You're expanding yourself outside your physical self. So, and then just sit there. Sit with no expectation. It's not about spirit stepping forward, giving you a message, giving you information, because you're sitting in the power. You're not sitting for spirit at that point. That's when you're going to work. What you're doing is you're sitting in the power. You're blending your energy with theirs. You're just opening that up. And you're connecting with that consciousness, that pool of knowledge and information. So just sit and be within that energy. Be more than your physical self. And after a short time, and the music comes to a close, maybe one song, maybe two songs, and then you bring your awareness back to your physical self and back in the room. And then it's time to start doing the work. At this point, you may want to say how you felt when you did the sitting in the power. And then it's time to work. You can ask, if you're doing it for mediumship, ask, does anyone feel they have someone with them? If they do, it's nice to get them to stand up, stand behind their chair and connect in. Take your mind out. How do you feel? What feels different? Is something going through your mind that's not yours? Basically, it's just about blending your energy, sending out to spirit and say, can someone come close and allow me to bring them forward? And say what you get. If you feel you have a man or a woman, I have a gentleman with me. As this gentleman stepping forward, how does he make you feel? I feel I had a sick feeling here with this gentleman. Then you may feel suddenly a tightness, and I feel there was a restriction within my throat area. I get the feeling I can't speak, so I couldn't say what I needed to say towards the end of my life. I couldn't communicate. Maybe you'll feel like a bit lightheaded under the influence of medication. You can give this information. If there's any pains or anything, ask your communicator, because they're an intelligence. They just don't have a physical body. What was it you did? What was it you liked? Ask them questions. What do you want to tell me as well? Because it's not just about us saying, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this. It's about you having a conversation. Do you want to tell me your name? Do you want to say something that one of these people will recognize you? Who are you here for? What is it you need me to do for you? So you're offering yourself in service of them. And as bits of information, maybe scan the circle of people there and think, who do I feel pulled towards? Sometimes in your solar plexus area, you'll feel a sudden pull, like the energy is pulling in a direction. And so you'll know, right, that's the direction I feel when I go. So am I over this area? With this gentleman, and he's just showing me a uniform, so I know that there was military service with him. Whatever it is they're giving, and just say, can anyone in this area take it? You'll get to the point where you should maybe know where you're going. A lot of people never know where they're going, and there's nothing wrong with that. So they always give their information out and wait for someone to identify it. But if you're one of those mediums that get a feeling or the energy, or you can say, can you show me a colour, spirit? Give me a sign so I know who I'm with. People have been known to see like a glow or a light above someone's head, or they've been given the colour of a jumper that someone's wearing, or something will draw their attention. Someone's picked up a pamphlet and started fanning themselves, but it's just caught your attention. It's just a little way of spirit sort of giving you the heads up where you're going. So once you've identified who you've got, who you're with, and you've given your message, thank them for working with you, and send a thought up to spirit and thank them. And then you sit back down, and then maybe someone else will. Sometimes you'll get something, sometimes you won't. And it's also learning to raise your vibration, because spirit vibrate very, very high. We have the density of a physical body, so our vibration is like that, quite low and quite dense. Spirit have no body, so they're up there and they're like quite big. Okay, the vibration's very, very high. So what they do is they dip their vibration, we raise our vibration, and then we communicate in the middle. And that's where you get your spirit communication. So we'll talk at another time about different ways of connecting, different ways of working with spirit. But I just wanted to talk today really about circles and the importance of, if you can't find somewhere to sit to develop, get a group of friends together on a regular basis, sit for spirit, and when you've finished, have a closing prayer. Thank spirit, thank them for everything you've learnt and everywhere you've been, and ask that they close your circle with love as always. Maybe you want to say, have a safe journey home to everyone until we meet again. Amen. And that's it. But remember, when working in a circle, you work as a whole. So each person wants the person next to them to do well. So it's not a case of walking away thinking, it's not fair. So-and-so next to me, she got a better link than me. We're at different levels, we're at different places on different days. It's not about that. Be happy for what other people get, because what we give out is what we receive. So try home circle if you can. If you have no one to sit in the power, sit with spirit, they'll still develop you. So I hope that's helped, and take care, my darlings. Please subscribe if you want to be able to watch more of the videos. I will be doing ones on lots of different subjects. I may even do some Wiccan ones. So loving blessings always. Bye for now. Have a good and wonderful life.